Hey guys, it's Q&A Tuesday. Okay, so before I start this Q&A Tuesday, Ian rolled into my office this morning with a big brown box. So I have no idea what's in this box. Ian is right behind the camera. So can I see what's in the box now, Ian?
Yeah, sure.
Jesus. Okay, it's a big red box now. What the hell?
It's for you.
All right.
Enjoy.
This is wait. All right. Oh, all right, guys, wait. Now I know what Ian meant when he said, I'll know. And I'll give you a hint. Here's that. For those of you guys that have watched my channel, you know what I always say. This is heavy. I don't have a glass ball. Okay, this thing weighs like 50 pounds. Guess what? I now have a glass ball. So, for all you guys that are going to be asking me all those questions, once again, will the value go up? Will the value not go up? Guess what? I guess I should be able to answer them, right, Ian? Because now I have a glass ball. Thank you, Ian.
You're welcome.
Where the hell? Wait, it spins too. Look at that. Where the hell did you get that? Oh, wait a minute. Wow, it makes watches bigger too. Whoa. Oh, I guess you guys know what I'm wearing now. That's, wow. All right, everybody, it's official. I now have a glass ball, so ask away. No, I'm just kidding. Ian, that was actually a very creative gift, I have to say. Thank you very much. Jesus, this thing weighs a ton. Oh my God, we're gonna slide the glass ball over. This is a Q&A Tuesday, so I guess I should answer some questions. Let's jump right in from Ross Johnson. Really love this, Roman. Seeing this video makes me think of how you have grown and how the business has grown and how much effort, time, passion, and work you and your team has put in. Would love to see you do a top 10 AP collection, not in terms of resale, but your personal top APs. I can get you those right probably off the top of my head. I'm not gonna put these in any order. I'm just gonna count off 10 of them. And since Ian is still here, he'll probably help me keep count. He's usually not here, by the way. He's usually elsewhere. He's usually in his office doing his thing. Not that I feel self-conscious with him in the room. A lot of times when I tape, some of my business partners come into the room and employees say, hi, Ian. Oh, there's Ian.
I could leave.
No, you can stay. It's all right. So, top 10 APs. First and obvious is going to be the 5402 stainless steel that I have. The A serial, first Royal Oak ever made. Yada, yada, yada. You guys have seen it many times. It's probably one of my favorite APs out there. That's one. Number two would be what I'm wearing. The very first offshore, the D serial offshore. There is a difference. The one that I have is a D serial. They announced them in 92, marking the 20th anniversary, but they didn't come out until like 93. So this one is from 1993, actually. And I'll show you a key difference. You'll notice in the back of this watch, there's an AP logo. The very first ones from 92 did not have the AP logo. All they said is offshore, which you see in the middle, right? The difference in price is the ones that don't say the AP, the very, very original ones, they trade for like 100 grand. I've yet to get my hands on that one, but I have to choose. That would be the one I would have in my collection. Moving right along would be the Concept, Alacrate Concept 1, which I've reviewed on this channel numerous times. Alacrate Concept, very first Concept, I think it's iconic. I think it's something that revolutionized the Royal Oak lineup. Notice I say Royal Oak, it's not an offshore, it's actually a Royal Oak, even though it's bigger than every other Royal Oak. Pioneer use of material, it's made out of Alacrate. Supposedly they sent spaceships and rockets that are made out of that material. Again, I don't know exactly what it is, but very innovative. Dynamograph was another thing that was introduced in that. So that's number three. Number four, if sticking with the Royal Oak collection, I would go with the Royal Oak Perpetual Skeleton Rose Gold Tantalum combination. I think to me, they're probably the best looking Royal Oaks out there. So that would be number four. Number five, same watch, yellow gold blue dial brick, one of the OG offshores that are full yellow gold with a blue dial. The first ones they made were also a D serial, so I would want to get my hands on one of those very, very early ones to sort of complement the stainless steel one that I have. That's five. Number six, so I would have to go with the Cabinet 4 from the Cabinet series. Audemars Piguet announced, this was a while back, probably 15 years ago, maybe more. They announced what's called the Cabinet series. This was going to be a limited edition of 20 watches every single year with some sort of an ultra complication, right? Whether it was a Grand Comp, whether it was a Tourbillon, and so on and so forth. So they made a Royal Oak version of it. That was cabinet piece number 4. Again, because it's an offshore, because it's ultra rare, that would be a watch I would want to have in my collection. The story behind it was they were going to make 20 of them over 20 years, but I believe the last cabinet I saw was cabinet number 5, and I think they kind of stopped there. But the idea was, is you buy one every year, you get this humongous cabinet, like this beautiful wooden cabinet in which you would put every single one of them, and the collection would be done in 20 years. Hope they go back to that. So that's 6. Number 7, let's talk about some limited edition offshores. And from the limited edition offshores, I would certainly go with one I recently reviewed, which I think is probably the best looking one, the QE2 Cup from 2016. That's that black and rose combo watch, the one that Paul Thorpe wanted. I think it's one of the best looking offshores to date. Number 8, I'm going to put a ladies watch in there because my wife is an AP lover just the same. So certainly the watch that she owns till this day, which is the ladies Alinghi offshore. This is her favorite watch. This is probably my favorite ladies watch from the AP lineup as well. So that's something I feel is iconic enough to put into this top 10 list. Number 9, Grand Comp. I showed you guys the Grand Comp, the Jules Audemars Grand Comp. It's a skeleton, it's a minute repeater, perpetual calendar, split-second chronograph, automatic skeleton, right, on a bracelet. I would not necessarily buy that watch on a bracelet. I think it takes away from the watch itself. I would have that watch on a strap in platinum. Last but not least, number 10. Number 10 would be a watch that I cannot wear, and that is the Royal Oak Concept Grand Sonnerie. I can't wear the Royal Oak Alacrite, as I told you, concept, and I cannot wear this, which is just simply too big. But that certainly, to me, is a hell of a watch. It's certainly a watch that I would have on my collection. So there you have it. Ian, if you can just recap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Put them on the screen here. And these would be in my collection. Hope that answers your question. Moving right along. It's a really good one from Terry C. Roman, great video. I'm halfway into it. We'll finish watching it later. I'm not sure which video you're referring to. You said watches are meant to be worn, and that made me think about a dilemma that I face and would like to hear your thoughts. I have in my possession my late father's Rolex Day-Date 36mm yellow gold with the president bracelet and diamond indices. It was his daily, and he was very, very proud of it. The watch was bought in the early 2000s and still working well. Still, I had it serviced last year and kept it in tip-top condition. However, the watch is a bit flamboyant and simply not of my style. I have not worn it outside of the house yet. My siblings don't wear watches at all, so gold brick is of no use to them. I don't want to sell it because it's my family heirloom. I don't need the money, so this Rolex just sits in the safe, not worn. It's a shame that my dad's horological pride and joy isn't being worn these days. But honestly, I can't pull off a gold brick. What do you think I should do with it? Thank you. Love your insights as always. Terry, there's a very simple solution to that, and I like your approach, the fact that you're treating this as a family heirloom, and you also said, it's a shame that my dad's horological pride and joy isn't being worn these days, and I agree with you. And I love the fact that you look at it from this perspective. It's a very simple solution. Rolexes are meant to be customized, right? People change out the dials, they change out the bezels, they change out the straps, the bracelets, they add diamonds, they remove diamonds. There's so many things you can do. So my suggestion to you to dress that watch down is to simply take the president bracelet off. Come up with a cool strap. There's so many straps out there that you can take. Go online, purchase an additional dial, buy a plain black stick dial. Put that dial in there. Make sure what you don't do, because a lot of people that sell dials, what they want to do is you bring in the watch, they'll put in a dial for you, and they want to keep your existing dial. Make sure you keep the existing dials that came with the watch so you can always put it back together the way it was. Then take off the bracelet and find yourself either a NATO strap or a nice vintage-looking leather strap. There's numerous guys out there that sell stuff that's made out of old saddles or old baseball gloves, something really a little bit more rugged. And that's gonna dress that watch down tremendously. Now you're gonna have a gold Rolex on your wrist, but it's not gonna be a gold brick. It's gonna be just a gold head with a more sportier, played down strap, so to speak, and the dial itself will play the watch down tremendously. You said that this is a diamond markers dial. I'm guessing it's a yellow gold, like a yellow diamond markers, and that makes the whole watch look like a yellow brick. I mean, it could be a different color, but most likely it's a yellow dial with diamonds. I think we have an example of that on our website. Yep, we actually do. Here it is. Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date 1803. This is a bit older than the one you have, but you get the concept here. And the only thing that was done with this watch is it was put on a strap. It's got a black stick dial on the watch. And the watch no longer looks like a humongous brick. I mean, if Ian can put that watch up on the screen versus, a old gold, yellow gold, that would be great. And I feel really weird right now because normally Ian is not in the room when I say these things, and he's sitting right there. But in either case, that would probably be your best solution. And worst case scenario, it's not too huge of an investment to get a new dial. it's not too huge of an investment to buy one of these straps. A really, really nice one will set you back a couple of $100. I think that way you should be able to wear that watch, enjoy it, and continue your dad's horological legacy. Hope that answers your question, Terry. Next question is from Hans Mueller. Hey Roman, thanks for picking up my question a few months ago. Meanwhile, I have seen all your episodes on YouTube. Thank you for always entertaining and educating work. Your video about AP was my favorite so far, as that brand is also my first choice. Thank you, Hans. I noticed that you finally have repositioned the screws on your 5402. Well done. Secret, the 5402 that you've seen me wear is now probably the third 5402. I told you guys oftentimes watches literally get taken off my wrist, so I've sold 2 since, replaced them every single time, put it back on my wrist. I still have 1. This is number 3. Surprise. My question today is not about the Royal Oak, but about another creation of Gerald Genta. What is your opinion about the only real limited Rolex watch, King Midas, reference 9360 and 3580? A few months ago, I bought a white gold 3580 after hunting such a model for many years. Since other Genta creations have seen crazy price increases, do you share my theory that King Midas is a hidden gem and may have a similar destiny? Made by Rolex, designed by Genta, very limited and currently available around and below 15,000 euros. In pure gold, it seems to have great potential. Anyway, I bought mine because I really like the design, since I have seen that watch for the first time more than 25 years ago, and I finally had a chance to purchase one. Waiting for your next episode. Sending kind regards from Spain, Hans. Guess what? I can use the glass ball. Oh, this thing is heavy. So, first of all, about the King Midas, another Gerald Genta creation, right? Not a big fan because it doesn't have a timeless look. Sort of like, you remember in the 80s when the old gold Piagets were super, super popular, right? And everybody jumped on a bandwagon. Concorde did it, Ebel did it, everybody and their mother did it. If you watch any movie from the 80s, you see a stockbroker in that movie, that's the watch you're going to see on their wrist, right? And King Midas is sort of in that same realm. Unfortunately, you take a Royal Oak, as you mentioned, right? It's a look that's timeless, and it's proven, because the Royal Oak has been consistently made since 1972, which makes it almost 48 years at this point, right? Where the King Midas, they stopped. Those Piaget watches I just mentioned, they stopped. Let me look into my glass ball, and my glass ball says, my glass ball says that I don't think that this guy is a sleeper. I think these watches are going to continue trading somewhere around that price range, as you mentioned. They are from 10 to 15,000 US is where they are today. Generations come back. You know, they come back in fashion. They come back in furniture. They come back in music. They come back in everything and anything. Maybe the 80s stuff will come back. But unless there's somebody out there who is an influential dealer in a secondary market, decides to go out there and corner the market, right? Starts buying them all up, buying them all up, buying them all up, then starts selling them for higher and higher and higher, and is able to convince the public that this is the next collectible. I don't really see them going through the roof, or them sort of being the sleeper. The sleepers right now are these offshores, which is still trading fairly reasonable. It stood the test of time, where the Midas really hasn't. Really not another similar watch out there to them, is there? What I am glad to hear is that you did buy one because you actually like one. But I hope you bought it more for the fact that you like it, rather than for the fact that you may think that this is something that may go up in value. Certainly 10, 20 years from now, they will go up in value slightly, but you will. I highly, highly doubt it. And again, confirmed by my brand new glass bowl that Ian got me. I am telling you that this isn't going to be a watch in the likes of a Paul Newman Daytona that fetches $1 million at auction anytime soon. Hope that helps. And now, look, I can answer all these questions with my new glass ball. Moving it around, this is a bit tough. Ugh. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Ian, for a wonderful present. This should certainly improve my answering skills over the next few Q&As. I would toss this ball back to you, but it's almost impossible to lift.
Well, now you need a new catchphrase, because now you do have a glass ball.
I didn't even think about that. I don't have a glass ball. A crystal ball was probably the best excuse I had not to predict stuff. I'm going to have to come up with something new now. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, comment your new questions below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.